Discover what happens to your brain if you don't eat enough. Hi, my name is Tom Jones Pharmacist, and you are on Tom Jones Pharmacist Live. The Doodle is in the house tonight. Annie Doodle!
Hi there!
What is our topic for tonight?
Ooh, your amazing shrinking brain.
The brain shrinks?
And what you can do about it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this might be, this might be a telltale that I'm in trouble. All right, I hope you've had a great day. We're going to teach you about the brain tonight. All right, discover what happens to your brain if you don't eat enough. You know, you're probably worried about how much you're eating, too much. But have you ever considered the alternative about not eating enough? So if you are on a starvation diet, or if you drastically cut your calories and you go on one of these so-called fad diets, they can hurt your body. But boy, I'm going to tell you about where it really hurts: your brain. You may be starving your brain of all the essential nutrients if you don't eat enough food. Why? Because your brain needs to have the right food, just like your second brain. Your gut needs the right food. Your real brain needs a healthy diet, just like the rest of your body. Because the cells in your brain is what makes us people. We're better than the animals. We have terrific brains, but it needs nourishment. And that nourishment comes from the food that you put in your body. Because the food that you put in your body has the micronutrients, the macronutrients, it has the vitamins, nutrients, minerals, it has the carbohydrates, the proteins, and the fats. And it also offers nutrients such as minerals and vitamins that promote the brain to work better, the brain to have good health, and for you to think and feel better in life. So, what is important to a strong brain? You got it. It's a healthy diet. It's a must. It's not only important, you've got to have that healthy diet in order for your brain to be at 100%. Your brain benefits from those nutrients that you put into your body. The nutrients that you get from your food, like the folic acid, the omega-3s, the amino acids, and everything found in the food. Your brain has to have these vitamins and minerals to function properly daily. And if you don't feed your brain properly, you're going to be in serious trouble. Now let's talk about and find out what happens to your brain, what happens inside your brain if you don't eat enough to provide the nutrients that your brain needs. Oh, the first one is the killer. Have you ever talked to someone who really you didn't feel had it in them anymore? Have you ever talked to someone who had lost some of his mental capacity or her mental capacity? Someone with a shrinking brain. And this is what happens when your diet lacks enough of the nutrients while you're starving yourself and you're on that impossible diet, the fad diet, the diet that is no good for you, your brain is going to shrink. It's going to shrink. And you're going to lose some of your capabilities. If you don't get enough B vitamins, what happens? Your brain has atrophy. It goes away. It is disintegrating. It doesn't work as well. It's not going to be a good day. Again. And in addition, if you don't get enough amino acids, well, you know what amino acids supply you with? They're the building blocks of the body. Eating protein or omega-3s, they are essential for the brain to work. And they come from fats. And if the brain doesn't get that, it's going to shrink. Have you ever washed a t-shirt in hot water and put it in the dryer? Holy moly! You won't be able to get into that t-shirt. Well, that's what happens to your brain. I want you to just picture that. You don't eat the right foods. You're trying to starve yourself. And then you're trying to concentrate. And you have these memory lapses. And oh my goodness, I can't remember anything. Well, there's a reason for that. Without the proper amount of nutrients that your body is going to need, your brain is going to need, you cannot focus. And I'm talking about just simple little habits, little things that you never would ever think that you couldn't do. The simple things. Tasks that weren't complex. Math questions now are impossible to actually figure out because your brain is not going to work and function the way it should. It will be impossible. It's going to be more complex than what your brain is able to comprehend if you haven't eaten the right nutrients. Because you need B vitamins, you need folic acid, you need omega-3 fatty acids, you need vitamin C, vitamin E, niacin, vitamin D, and the other nutrients that really put your mind to work and help you remember things. And without these nutrients and vitamins and all the different cofactors, your brain simply won't function the way it was designed to do. It really isn't going to work. And then there's the next part. There's the damage. Serious damage. Brain damage. If you starve or don't get enough food for a long period of time, brain damage can be the result. And my friends, that can, in a lot of cases, be not reversible. What did I just say? You mean the food that I eat is important enough for my brain to not ever be able to get back to the way it was if I don't eat enough? That's what I just said. The brain damage could be irreversible. And you know what you do in this case? This is going to sound crazy, but it's the truth. Craving food. Craving food. You can't stop thinking about it. craving food, when you don't eat enough, your brain sends signals to your body. You start to crave the food, and you can't shut it off. You can't stop thinking. Your brain is saying to yourself, to your inner self, I want food. I want this food right now. Give it to me. And you're not going to be able to eat it in that case. Your ability to have healthy food choices actually decrease because your brain thinks you're starving. You can't eat anything that you find. You eat everything that you'll find. You'll eat everything, even things you don't even like, and you won't be able. You will not be able to avoid those temptations or stop eating junk food. It's not the good food, it's the bad food that you'll have in your mind. I gotta have that Twinkie. I gotta have that candy bar. I gotta have this stuff.
A Klondike bar.
Yes, oh my goodness. The junk food is all you can think about. And here's the reason. Research and double-blind clinical studies is what I always look at. It shows you're more likely to eat carbs and sweets to try to refuel, re-energize your body because you're getting that message. Your brain says, food, 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 food. And the first food that you think about is that candy bar. The first food that you think about is that carbohydrate that you're not wanting to eat. So the constant cravings for the food is all you're thinking about. It distracts you. It will distract you to the point that you can't work, you can't think, you can't study, and you could even be in danger as you try to drive a car or walk, since you can't pay attention to anything around you. Yes, you may be worried about losing weight, fitting into those skinny jeans, those old jeans, or looking great in a swimsuit. These things motivate you, inspire you to reduce your calories and food intake. However, starving yourself, fad diets, desperate attempts to lose weight will leave your brain without proper nutrients. And my friends, that's so dangerous. That's so risky. You cannot and better not do this practice for a long period of time. There's enormous consequences. So, bottom line, avoid skipping the entire meals for days or weeks at a time. You cannot do that. This type of unhealthy practice throws your body into starvation mode. It throws your brain into chaos. Your life is going to go down the drain if you don't correct that quickly. You can avoid overeating without sacrificing these important, essential nutrients. You can reduce the caloric intake a healthy way while ensuring that you're getting enough for your body's needs, for your brain's needs, for your height, age, weight, everything. It may take a little extra effort. It may take some extra research. It may take coming up with the right strategy. So when you're considering a diet, it's not what appears only as far as caloric intake. There's one important factor that you've got to be so careful about. It's your brain's health. And that's the way you think. That's why you're a human being. That's why you're alive. Your brain has to have the proper nutrients, to make it through and keep you healthy. That's the bottom line. Miss Doodle.
Yes.
Is it noodle or doodle?
It just depends what day it is.
Oh. All right.
I try to use my noodle.
Did you eat your good nutrients today?
I did, I think.
Wonderful.
I try to.
I'm asking the audience now. Did
I
you?
ate a pinwheel. Just one.
Oh.
I wanted two, but I just ate one.
I'm going to ask the audience. I'm ignoring that right over there. Did you eat healthy today? Did you eat enough? I hope you didn't overeat. There's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin line between too much and too little. There's a thin line there. Don't go across the line, but get up to the line. You ever play baseball? You're taught to hit the cotton-picking ball. Don't swing and miss. That's what I'm going to end it with today. My name is Tom Jones, Pharmacist, and you have been on Tom Jones, Pharmacist Live, my friends.